Hey crafters, Shalana here. Wanted to make with you all an easel card that has a drawer on the bottom. They're super cute, and this is what it's going to look like. So as always, I'll give you the dimensions for the cuts on my blog and also on this YouTube video in the description. Here I use Close to My Heart Lolly Doodle paper, and I use the Owl Step Stamp. As you can tell, I really like this stamp set because I've used it for a couple different projects now. And it has this cute little drawer. I have a little brad there, and the drawer pulls out. So this is a great little gift idea. You could put a cute little card in there, or money, or something of that nature. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I have my pieces cut, so I'm going to go over all the dimensions with you of what you're going to need. You're going to need a 6x3 piece of cardstock, 3x3, 8.5x3, and then 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to have to do some scoring. Get your score pal out. We're going to start first with the 6x3 piece of cardstock. You want to take that and line it up and score it 1.5 and 3 inches. And that's going to start the base of our easel card. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish scoring all my pieces. You're going to take your 8.5x3 piece and you're going to score that at 1 inch, 4 inches, 5 inches, and 8 inches. And then the piece that's going to serve as our drawer is 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. I'm going to go ahead and score that at 1 inch all the way around on all 4 sides. So do your first score, flip it, 1 inch, 1 inch, and 1 inch. So now that all our pieces are scored, I'm going to go ahead and move this over to the side. And we're going to go ahead and get back to our 6x3 inch. That is going to be the base for our easel. So let's go ahead and take your bone folder and go over the score marks to get that ready. And then you're going to take your 3-inch piece of cardstock and adhere it right to the top. You want to make sure you line it up because it's going to fold flat. So only put your adhesive on this short end. Alright, and then I just go ahead and I line this up edge to edge, making sure that you're leaving a top piece so that it's going to look like this. Okay, and then the next piece we're going to go ahead and grab our 8.5x3. That's the wrapper that the drawer is going to go in. So again, go ahead and score. Take your bone folder over your score lines. And I tried to make my own score line for some reason. But then you want to go ahead and on the smaller tab where you scored at the 8-inch mark, go ahead and put your adhesive on there. And then just line it up. And now we have our drawer wrapper. And then you want to take your 4 7/8 by 4 7/8 and you have your score marks at 1 inch on all 4 sides. Let's go ahead and crease those folds. get your scissors, and you just want to cut a flap, because what we're going to end up doing on all four corners, you see how we have this one flap, do the same on all four, and we're going to fold those in and secure with adhesive. So I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on the flap, and these are going to be the edges that you're going to have secured inside to make your drawer. And then go ahead and line it up. And see how this is coming together into a nice square. Alright. Now we have the three pieces that we're going to use to construct our easel card with the drawer. I went ahead and already cut out my panels. You're going to need 4 2 3/4 by 3/4 pattern paper. I'm using the Balloon Ride Close to My Heart paper, so this pattern paper coordinates with the colors of the cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on our 4 pieces. And I like to de-stress my edges, so I did de-stress my edges with some chocolate ink and a sponge. And we're going to go ahead and put the pattern paper on 2 of the sides of the drawer. Now the 2 sides are going to be in, so no one's going to see them. So no need in wasting your pattern paper. So just choose 2 opposite sides to go ahead and adhere this to. And then on your wrapper, you're going to do the same exact thing and just choose the 2 sides. The 2 sides that we've already done with the drawer is going to slide in, so the front and the back are going to have the pattern paper on it. Alright. And then you want to make sure you have some brads, or you can use ribbon. You're going to need something to act as your handle for the drawer. So I'm going to go ahead and use this little brad that I have. And believe it or not, as a crafter, I do not have anything that puts a hole into my paper, so I need to invest in some new equipment. So I'm just going to use my Close to My Heart piercing tool to put a hole, carefully put a hole so I don't hurt myself, and go ahead and stick the brad in. So I'm liking that look. It's a nice brad to go with this pattern paper. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere 2 panels that you're going to need to cut of pattern paper. These are cut at 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. I've already sort of started decorating this one. So your one is going to be the bottom piece here, and then the other one is going to go on the top piece here, which is your easel card. So I'm going to go ahead and get those pieces adhered. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the top of our drawer wrapper as well. You could just line up the front to make sure you have it centered nicely on there. And to hold this open, you do need some type of brad or button, or if you have something else that's heavy that's going to keep your easel card sitting flat. So I have a cute little brad with the pearl that I'm going to sit there. And again, I'm going to be very careful in putting my piercing tool in here so I'm not sticking myself, because now I'm going through 3 pieces of paper. Alright, so I got that in without any damage to myself. And see how that's coming along. When you're choosing what you're going to decorate your easel card with, it is going to be important that you try and choose some embellishments that are a little bit heavy, because you're going to need the easel card to stay intact. And right now, as you can see, it's flipping around because it's not that heavy. So to make sure that it doesn't, think about what your layout is going to be. So for this one, I used a sentiment on here that says "You were born to fly," and I used the Windy Day stamp set. I like this stamp set. If you've been on my blog, you saw that I recently did a really cool layout with this stamp set, so I've used it again. And I've also used pattern paper from the balloon ride. So I have this balloon that was actually pattern paper, and I just cut around the balloon. And I'm adding a charm to it. Close to My Heart has new Basin Bling necklace kits that you can make, which are super duper cool. And what I did was I decided to use this cool charm. It's like a rose. I thought it was cute if I had it. My thought process was to have it hanging off the side of the balloon. So I'm going to take some foam tape to pop this up on the card. Give it some dimension. I like dimension. And then I stamped the cloud and used the Close to My Heart watercolor pencils. And I used the blue to go around the edges. And then I used my water brush to go ahead and smooth the blue out. And it makes it look like watercolor, which is pretty cool. And I'm going to go ahead and stick that on. And I have these Ariana assortments. How cute are these bowls? And it doesn't really go with this balloon ride paper as an assortment, but the colors in it definitely goes. So I'm trying to decide, do I like this one or this one? I think I like the darker pink. Or do I like that? No, I like this darker. This is like a wine color. I'm making up my own colors, but it is so pretty. I'm going to go ahead and stick that right here, that bow. I think that's a cute, nice little touch. And the weight from the charm is holding that down. So here is our finished product. How cute is that? Again, easel card with a drawer. And here is another one using the Lottie Doodle pattern paper, and they are just so cute. And I hope that you make some too and post them so I can see them. Thank you.